Hey Taurus, welcome to your love and romance reading for June 2022. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We're going to see what's coming up for you guys in love and romance for the month ahead, or whenever you happen to stumble upon this video, because you're going to find it whenever you're meant to find it. Whenever it's time for you to hear the messages. Keep in mind, this is a general reading for the collective. Not every single message will resonate. And that's okay. Take what does, leave what doesn't. As always, you may need a private reading. Let's see what's coming up here for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the area of love and romance. All right, one more shuffle here. Let's get right on into it, my darlings. We're going to move you just a little bit closer. All right, so first card coming up here is the Four of Swords. And Taurus, some of you may have a little bit of a heart of longing here. You may be feeling distance from your person, or there may be some time apart. Oftentimes, the Four of Swords indicates that it's a temporary separation. It's not a permanent one, but there could be some time apart here, maybe some longing. Four of Swords also comes up for me in my readings when emotionally, spiritually, mentally, sometimes even physically, you've been through the ringer. And there's a need for pause, and a need for rest, and a need for release and prayer and meditation, and just kind of soothing yourself and healing yourself after certain struggles or difficulties or challenges. Some of you, it's maybe a feeling or a sense of being very overwhelmed. Maybe the roles are reversed here, and maybe it's the person that you're dealing with. You may be dealing with a person who's been through a lot. Maybe love has not been very kind to them at all. And this could be somebody with a very, very good heart. And so they're just very overwhelmed by the connection. They're very overwhelmed by their desire for something more permanent with you. And they may be just kind of needing a moment here to process their past hurts, to process their past things, so that they're not dragging mud in with them. They don't want to bring baggage into the relationship. So for some of you, there could have been a relationship that was moving along nicely, or you thought somebody was going to take a step, but then it seemed like they took a step back, or they paused. And this could be the reason why. There's a sense of needing to heal. I do feel for some of you, Taurus, you are dealing with a very kind-hearted, very loving, very good-hearted person. But this person might be a little bit concerned, because they might see, and this is coming in intuitively, they might see you as more successful, or somebody who's ambitious. And so they might kind of think, and don't get hurt, Taurus, I'm not saying this in a mean way or judgmental way. I'm just telling you what I'm picking up and what I'm feeling about the situation. They might have concerns or worries that they might think that maybe you're materialistic, and they might have worries or concerns like, well, I'm not going to measure up to their expectations, or I'm not going to be able to, give like really high-end gifts, or I'm not going to add a huge amount of money to like the household income if we end up being together. This could be somebody who lives a very simple life, who keeps a very simple eye. I'm seeing like a really old, busted looking cell phone, and there's nothing wrong with that. But, maybe you're somebody that I don't know, maybe you looked at their phone a certain kind of way, or they thought you looked at their phone a certain kind of way. Maybe they just have like a very old phone, or it's like it's nothing fancy. Or I don't know why I saw that in my mind, but I saw that in my mind. And this is someone who just likes to live a simple life. And so they kind of maybe see you that you have this drive and you have a taste for the finer things. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with either end, right? There's nothing wrong with their end, there's nothing wrong with your end, but they may have some concerns, they may have some worries. This might be something that they got turned down for in the past, and they just kind of feel a little overwhelmed. I feel like there's a strong desire here, a strong connection, but like I gotta pace myself. I gotta pace myself. I need a moment here. Like that's the feeling and the vibe I'm feeling here from the Four of Swords. And some of you, maybe in the past, these are things that maybe you would not like about a person. You might think, well, that shows a lack of drive, or that shows a poor work ethic, or that shows a lack of ambition, and I can't be with someone who doesn't have ambition. But for some of you, you're dealing with a person who is living their passion, and that might mean that right now, as it stands, they don't have a huge income because of that. And so some of you might be looking at that as like, a, well, you know what? I admire that. I love that, because that is ambition, that is passion, that is drive. So some of you might be making some exceptions, or maybe in the past you wouldn't. Now, this is a general reading, so this isn't going to be a message for every single one of you, this aspect of this person living a simpler life. But some of you are dealing with that dynamic. The next card that's coming up here for Taurus is the Page of Cups. This could be a youthful, playful water sign person, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. This could be, as I said, this is somebody who maybe feels like they don't have enough to offer you, right? If we're looking at the cups, we have the Page, we have the Knight, and we have the King. The Page is coming in with the smallest cup, but they're coming in with a sincere heart, like this is what I have, and this is what I have to give you. So I do feel, Taurus, that for some of you, somebody's been trying to prepare themselves, or trying to be ready to like kind of come in here and make you an offer for the next step, or the next level, or the future. I do feel there's also a sense of here, like, I'm giving you my heart. I'm giving you my heart, but it's been tattered. It's been torn. It's been through hell, right? And I've pieced it back together, and I'm giving it to you now. And so I feel like there's this sense of like this expectation, like you're gonna turn them down, or maybe vice versa. Maybe the role is reversed here, but it's just sincere and it's true. This is the thing though about the Page of Cups. When the Page of Cups comes up for me in a love reading, and I know our poor little Page of Cups gets a bad rap, right? Because a lot of the times it gets labeled as somebody who's not serious, or somebody who's fickle. And that can be the case sometimes. But to have the Page of Cups come in with the Four of Swords, that's not fickle to me. That's like bruised and battered. And the Page of Cups has a sense of playfulness with it. So when I see the Page of Cups come up in a love reading, a lot of the times for me in my readings, the message is that you're going to have a lot of success in this relationship, and you're going to be able to draw close and to really have a good bond, emotional bond, and good communication and opening up to each other, if there can be a sense of playfulness, right? A lot of the times, like, I'm a Scorpio, okay? I'm a Scorpio sun, a Taurus moon, a Libra rising, a Virgo Venus. So that's like really straightforward, right? And that's something I've had to learn over the years, is that, like, that approach of just being really direct and really straightforward, and let's talk, like, some people are like, whoa, like they freak out, they can't. I'm a very direct person, but over the years I've had to learn, like, sometimes we need to finesse, or sometimes we need a different approach. And Taurus, you may also be very direct, and you may be like, okay, well, let's talk about it. What happened? What did your ex do? What did your parents do? Oh my gosh, like, you might be wanting to talk about the traumas. You might be wanting to talk about the things they've been through. You might want to be approaching it from an analytical way. Um, but what this person really needs, or what this relationship really needs, is some playfulness, some light-hearted energy, something that makes this feel like a safe space, a safe place, a place where you can just, have a good time and, not worry, and just have a sense of even innocence here with this Page of Cups. Playfulness, innocence, childlike quality to it, almost, of playfulness. And the walls come down, right? The ice melts, the walls come down. This person can really open up and let you in. You can really open up and let them in. It doesn't have to be through, like, you know uh getting down to, like, the heart of the issue, and what's beneath the surface. And believe me, some of us really gravitate towards that. I know I'm always fascinated by that. uh, People want to tell me their deepest, darkest secrets. It's something that I'm willing to hear, I'm willing to receive, and I find it fascinating, but sometimes we want to address those things because we want to, like, help somebody heal, but really what they need is a gentle space, a playful place. All that other stuff, the deep conversations, the pieces of the past, all of that will flow naturally on its own. But really what's needed here is a sense of playfulness. Page of Cups also comes up for me when there's, like, the heart chakra is opening, and so we might feel a little overwhelmed by emotions. So we may need to kind of pump the brakes here and there and take it a little bit slow, just to resist the urge of writing somebody off or shutting them out. So, light-hearted energy goes a long way here, Taurus. The next card coming up here for you all is the Empress. Okay, this could be both Libra and Taurus elements. Libra is the air element of Empress, and Taurus is the earth element of Empress. So, Taurus, for a lot of you, this could be a time that you're coming into your beauty, you're coming into your power, you're falling in love with yourself in a non narcissistic way. You're in the energy or the element of kindness, gentleness. You may be stepping into divine feminine energy. Those of you who are feminine or identify as feminine, you may really be embracing that full divine feminine energy. Some of you who are seeking a feminine partner, you may be manifesting or calling a divine feminine partner. But the Empress is a very healthy feminine energy. It's not toxic. It's not toxic femininity. We hear a lot about toxic masculinity, and it is real. It does exist, but guess what? Toxic femininity exists also. And the Empress is the opposite of that. Okay? Very loving, very soothing, very nurturing energy. This can also indicate for some of you that you might have family from the other side, like a grandmother figure or a maternal figure, or family from your mother's side, coming in at this time in your life and helping with a relationship or playing matchmaker in some way. Sometimes our loved ones who've passed on like to do that. And you guys hear me joke sometimes that well, I won't get into it. I don't want to get into it because I don't want to upset my my loved ones who passed on. I love them, but you might have loved ones who passed on who maybe are, like, trying to come in and help, um, uh, play matchmaker in a situation, like looking out for you, guardian angel kind of a thing here. For some of you, uh you might be in a relationship with someone, or you may be coming into a relationship with someone, and you're going to have, this is not for all of you, you may have a very, very good relationship with whoever is the maternal figure in this person's life, whether it's their biological mother or their grandmother or an aunt or an older sister or something. I feel some of you are going to be pleasantly surprised in that you're going to have a really good dynamic with the matriarch in this person's life. And that might be something that maybe some of you haven't had in the past. Some of you may have had like a mother-in-law from hell, or just in general maybe had difficult times with the family of like people you've dated in the past. But I feel like there's a sense of like welcoming energy with this Empress card. Okay, and because this is a general reading and there's many hundreds of people who watch these videos, um it's going to come in different ways for different ones of you, but this is a very healthy, very loving, very nurturing energy. Traditionally speaking, also, Page of Cups with the Empress card here, there could be something around children. Okay, children coming into stepping into the role of parenthood. Maybe some of you are stepping into the role of being a step parent with this person, or somebody's stepping in and being a step parent to your children. But this can also be like physically giving birth. And so there could be something here for some of you where you are manifesting a pregnancy. You are manifesting, giving birth to a child or a biological child. Some of you may be dealing with a person who feels very insecure, like they have this fear like you're going to leave them, or you're not going to want them, or you're going to find somebody better, and they may be in a hurry to try to get a baby, together here between the two of you. They might just be in a hurry to like, oh, we have to have a child, but they might be in a hurry to get you pregnant or to get pregnant, because of this Four of Swords here. They may have this fear of like separation. They may have this fear of like from their past experiences. Page of Cups here also can sometimes be children. So there could be a dynamic here with children with some of you. There could be discussion about kids or having kids, or a surprise pregnancy, maybe even for some of you. But even if it's a surprise, quote unquote, surprise pregnancy, something about the cards make me feel like it's a little bit planned here. A little bit planned here by someone. Someone really wanted this to happen. So if it's something that you don't want to happen, and if you are someone who is capable of getting people pregnant, or if you are someone who's capable of getting pregnant and you really don't want that, then use caution. Take the necessary precautions. If it's something that you don't want. But I feel here that there might be a feeling or a sense of like insecurity, or fear about the future, or fear of losing somebody, and someone's thinking, I know what'll fix it, a baby. And babies are either going to strengthen a strong relationship or end a very weak one, right? They're just going to bring out more of what's in the relationship. So they're not always the solution to everything. And so that's something to take into mind and something to take into consideration. The next card that's coming up here for you all, oops, all blurry, I'm sorry. I'm all just talking away, not even noticing how blurry it is the Seven of Pentacles, right? So there may have been some time apart, but now it's like, we're going to do this. We're going to make this work. We're going to roll up our sleeves. We're going to get into this, and we're going to make this happen. So remember how I was saying that for some of you, there's this desire to dig deep and to get to the issues and really get to know the deeper layers of this person. And I was just saying, look, just kind of play, and the ice will melt, the walls will come down, and all of this stuff will begin to come to the surface. It will come to the surface, right? The Seven of Pentacles here, it's like you guys are going to get to those deeper layers. You're going to dig down to the bottom of it. I just started hearing the song in my head, Peter Gabriel, Digging in the Dirt. I love that song. Digging in the dirt, find the places we got hurt. So I really do feel like there's going to be an opportunity here in this relationship for both of you to really just kind of go through your emotional inventory, the things that you've been through. I feel like for a lot of you, you're going to be so surprised at how parallel your stories are, or if this is an existing relationship where you guys have had troubles with communication in the past, and you just don't seem like you're on the same page. I feel like as you're digging in the dirt, so to speak, getting to these deeper layers, you're surprised that at the core of it, you guys really are the same. You really do want the same things. You've just had a different way of going about it. And so for some reason, as you guys are like digging through these layers, I feel like there's this sense of like, oh my gosh, like my soul totally gets your soul right now. Like you're feeling that soul connection, you're feeling a sense of like alignment, and you might even feel as though your lives have really paralleled each other's lives, and you didn't notice it until you got into these deeper conversations. But I feel a sense of working together and like committing and like making this happen, making this work. You might want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign, your Venus sign. Sometimes those might resonate more than your sun sign. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you click on the link in the description of this video, it will take you to calendly.com/amethystangelite, and you can schedule a private reading with me there. Don't forget to check out the weekly forecast that I post every week, where we talk about everything other than love and romance, as well as the daily message. I pull a daily card, and it's going to be different here for, sometimes it's about love, sometimes it's about other stuff. It's just whatever that message is for the day. You might want to check those out as well. I thank you all for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing. I hope you have a wonderful month ahead. Take care and be well, my dears.